قلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله.
In the holy land of Karbala, Imam Hussein alayhi salam greets his visitors on this night. But this night not only greets visitors in the holy land of Karbala, it also greets visitors in Kufa, to the cousin and the ambassador of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. The story, the massacre, the sorrow and the agony started as Muslim ibn Aqil makes his way to Kufa. The cousin of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, the nephew of Amir al-Mu'mineen, makes his way towards Kufa to ensure that Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam would be safe when he arrives. And upon arrival, he sees that many do not want to stand with Imam al-Hussein, leading to Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam sacrificing his life and being one of the first martyrs for Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. On this night, we think of those who sacrificed their life for Imam al-Hussein, and we say, "O Aba Abdillah, we wish we were there with you so that we could sacrifice our lives for you." This is your chance to speak to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. This is your chance to speak directly to your Imam, to ask for your hajat on this night, which is the eve of Friday, which is Thursday night. Ask your hajat live to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam through calling the phone number below. This is IAmHussaini show with Ali Haidar and Sayyid Mohsin. Shah. Assalamu alaikum, Sayyidina.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Azamullah jurana wa ajurakum. And welcome to IAmHussaini, a chance for you to open your hearts and take your souls to the holy land of Karbala al-Muqaddasa and be part of the legacy and the miracle that is Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Brothers and sisters, Imam Hussein TV 3 is giving you the opportunity to send your salams live right here, right now in the holy city of Karbala to the master of martyrs,
Ya Aba Abdillah,
Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Over the last few nights we've had amazing and beautiful phone calls. We've had people who have arguably changed their whole energy, frequency, ideas, their whole attitude and mood towards Aba Abdillah al-Hussein, towards their reality. People have called in with hajat and dua. Some people are ill, some have lost loved ones and so forth. Someone, I've got people in hospital and so forth. Some mothers have passed away, fathers got dementia. There are so many stories and so many people reaching out to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam, and yet you can still be part of that message. You can still be part of the azar that is happening, and you still have a chance to send your salams to the one that died thirsty and hungry, to the one that laid on the plains of Karbala for 3 days.
Ya Allah, Sayyidina, I believe we have a caller, the first caller of the night. Assalamu alaikum.
Is morally, but I'm naturally. I live in this continent. I'm just send my salams to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, brother, you've been just cut off there. If you could call back, I think his name was Brother Jaffa from Wisconsin, which I know is in America. Brother, if you call back, inshallah, we'd love to hear from you and give you the opportunity to send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein, and also to have your name written on the flag of Aba Abdillah Hussein. We have so many names so far. So many people have sent in their names of their beloved, of their marhum, on this flag, and inshallah this flag will be taken to the shrine of Abu Fadl Abbas. It will be wiped on the shrine of Abu Fadl. It will be taken to Aba Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam. It will be wiped on the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and then later kept in the Imam Hussein TV museum. But inshallah, having your name on this flag will bring you barakah, inshallah, and shafa, inshallah.
Inshallah, you know, Sayyidina, the Ziyara of Imam Hussein alayhi salam on a Thursday night holds great reward. It's a great Ziyara. And oftentimes it allows you to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different way, you being there with Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. But this Thursday night is different. This Thursday night, our tears and our hearts are burning with what happened here in the holy land of Karbala. And we think that Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam allows us to be in his presence. Brothers and sisters, this is your chance during this holy month, on this night, to call in and to remember how Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam sacrificed everything. Sacrificed and gave away everything. And one of the first was that his cousin, his ambassador, was sacrificed and killed in Kufa, not a normal death. Not in a normal way, Sayyidina. Muslim ibn Aqil wasn't killed in a normal way. Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam, Sayyidina, he enters Kufa and sees that, surprisingly, there are many that may possibly stand with the movement of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And so he goes into prayer. He goes into prayer, and slowly, slowly, the people begin to leave and leave, until Muslim alayhi salam turns around and there's no one there with him. Do you know that feeling, Sayyidina? Being alone in a strange land with a burden, but with a burning desire to ensure that your Imam is happy with you. If we want to learn loyalty to the Imam of our time, then we look at how Muslim was loyal to Imam al-Hussein. How many of us asked, how many of us wish that Imam al-Zaman, may Allah hasten his reappearance, can come out so that we can show our loyalty to him, so that we can show our love to him. And inshallah, the lovers of Imam Sahib al-Asri was Zaman, may Allah hasten his reappearance, are calling in to send salams to the grandfather of Imam al-Zaman alayhi salam. I believe we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Are you there?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. This is Sadia calling from London.
Oh, mashallah, sister, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, much better. And here I would like to share something which happened to me. I would say a miracle of Aba Abdullah and Abu Abdullah Abbas. And this is a message to all the youngsters, for our young generation, to have, you know, when we are going through our calamities, when we are going through our distress, instead of, you know, seeking help from left, right, and center, we need to make tawassul with our Imam. And I tell you, when I called on the 1st of Muharram, I was surrounded by so many problems, including my health problem, my job problem. And mashallah, tabarak ta'ala, today, everything is just cleared, and you know, I got a very nice offer letter from a very, very nice bank that, I'd always wanted to work with. And this is only possible with the wasila of Imam Hussein and Abu Fadl al-Abbas. And I've been calling daily from the 1st of Muharram, reciting my Ziyara. So this is my message to new generation. Please make tawassul with Imam. Please ask your hajat in sadqa of Imam Hussein and Abu Fadl al-Abbas.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Sister Ahsan. Again, it's happened again. Every Muharram, every year, we have these phone calls. People with hajat, people with struggles, with problems, and they open their hearts to Aba Abdillah.
Ya Allah.
And
they say,
this is a miracle. And I do have health issue, and I have a strong belief by end of Muharram that health issue will also disappear, because after Aba Abdillah, he's so kind, he's so gracious, and every Muharram, whatever I've asked him, he always fulfilled my hajat, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove distress from everyone's life in sadqa of Imam Hussein and Ahl Bayt.
Sister, thank you so much. Sister, please.
Can I recite? Yeah.
Before we will give you the opportunity to recite, but you are a very special caller, because you have been calling 2 or 3 times, and you understand the importance of the ziyarah. You understand the miracle that is Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam.
You come empty-handed to Aba Abdullah, and he fills everything that is there in your heart, and you walk out with your heart, with your soul, everything filled with joy, and he always brings contentment in your life. This is my belief, and this is a message that I would like to pass to our young generation.
Fantastic, sister. Sister, I am pleased that your du'as were answered.
Alhamdulillah.
I am pleased that you are in better health. And I am pleased that Aba Abdullah Hussein answered your call. But who is there to answer the call of Aba Abdullah Hussein? Who is there on the plains of Karbala? He was there alone.
Brother, absolutely. And another thing that I would like to say, everybody's life is full of problems and difficulties. My life is full of distress in a way that, I have to deal in a situation where oppressors are still around. We say Yazid has been killed. No, there are still descendants of the Yazid around in some form or the other. And every Muharram I say, if somebody kills me, somebody cuts me into pieces, I will never stop calling Aba Abdullah till my last breath, till the last drop of blood in my body, till the last heartbeat. I'll continue to say Labbaik Ya Hussein.
Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Sister, I would like to give you the opportunity to perform your ziyarah now, inshallah. Aba Abdullah Hussein has answered your prayers, and inshallah he will answer the prayers of many, many more. Over to you, Tafadhal. Bismillah.
Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Assalamu alayka ya Abna Rasulallah. Assalamu alayka ya Abna Amir al-Mu'minina wa Abna Sayyid al-Wasina. Assalamu alayka ya Abna Fatmat al-Zahrai, Sayyidat al-Nasai al-Alamina. Assalamu alayka ya Mawla wa al-Ansarik al-Mujtahidina wa Abjamiya wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajal farajal makhrajal. Can I recite Ziyara for Abu Fadl al-Abbas as well? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alayka ya ayyuhal abdul salihul madiyu lillahi wa rasulihi wal amir al-mu'minina wal hasan wal husayn. Assalamu alayka ya Abu Fadl al-Abbas abna amir al-mu'minina. Assalamu alayka ya sayyid al-wasila. Assalamu alayka wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh ya bab al-hawaij. أدركني اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واجعل فرجك مخرجا. Brother, I would like to request, can you write 3 names of my family members? They're going through very difficult phase in their life. My cousin sister Mona,
inshallah.
Her husband Asim, and sister Arshia, and she's a servant of Imam Hussein.
Ya Allah,
she's a servant. May Allah remove all the distress from her life.
Ya Allah, in the name.
I want you to make special prayer.
And we didn't catch the last name.
Arshia. Arshia.
May we all be, inshallah, servants to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And sister, thank you very much.
And make dua for my health when you go to Imam Hussein Zari. Please make dua. Alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal. You know, no matter how many times I say Alhamdulillah, it's less. Imam Hussein, all we need is Imam Hussein in our life, in our soul, in our heartbeat. And Muharram is not restricted for 30 days. We have to practice it, observe it. And the message of Imam Hussein, we need to practice it every day, every single second of our life.
Inshallah, sister. Inshallah.
That's the
Thank you
spirit
very
of
much
Muharram.
for calling in. We really appreciate it. May Allah, inshallah, in the name of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam, give you all your hajat. Thank you very much for calling, sister. I believe we have another call, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Haidar. I'm calling from Hull.
Assalamu alaikum,
UK.
Baba.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Inshallah, the majalis in Hull have been doing well. Baba, the night is the night. The night is the night of Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam.
Yes, of course. First of all, I would like to thank you for this lovely program. It really has made our connection with Aba Abdillah even stronger. And you know, we always need that connection. Without Aba Abdillah, without Ahlul Bayt, we are worthless.
Indeed. Indeed. Thank you very much for calling in, Baba. But the night of Muslim ibn Aqil, I had to say goodbye to you a few days ago. But we know that inshallah I'll be seeing you in a week's time. Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam had to say goodbye to his daughter. And he had to make his way to Kufa. And then Imam Hussein alayhi salam would look at the daughter of Muslim ibn Aqil and would find it hard to tell her that your father is not coming back. How difficult it is to say goodbye to your father. And how difficult it is for a father to say goodbye to their child.
Everything that you said is very true, but this is a great lesson that we learn from Muslim ibn Aqil. This is the true surrender to Ahlul Bayt and inshallah to the Imam of our time.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
We learn a great lesson from Muslim ibn Aqil. I hope inshallah, we ask Allah and Aba Abdillah for thabat on this line and to be, you know, considered in the army of the Imam of our time. May Allah
hasten his reappearance, inshallah. May Allah
hasten reappearance. I would like to just to remember a friend of mine and a brother of mine on these days. I would like to write the name of my brother-in-law Ahmad Farhat on the flag of Aba Abdillah. Unfortunately, he passed away 2 years ago and he never made it to Karbala. And I would like to perform Ziyara on his behalf and on the behalf of my parents. May Allah rest their souls in peace.
Sorry, Hajj, can I have the name again? Ahmed?
Ahmad Farhat, yes.
Farhat.
Hajj Ahmed. No.
حجي السلام عليكم عظم الله أجوركم.
وعليكم السلام وأجوركم سيد. بارك الله فيكم.
You are with Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. Your son is with me right now and he's in tears. Aba Abdillah al-Hussein had a son.
I am so jealous. I was in Karbala only 6 weeks ago and my heart was left in the haram of Aba Abdillah and the haram of Aba al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhim as-salam.
MashaAllah. See, at least your son is here in Karbala and he as well. Aba Abdillah had a son called Ali al-Akbar and there was a spear in his chest. Haji, before you send your salams, please send your salams to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein as a father to another father. And send your salams knowing that inshallah your son is well and your son is in the service of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. But Aba Abdillah al-Hussein has no sons left.
You know, my son is not any more worthy than the sons of Aba Abdillah. He is not. I am not even worthy of being alive. I wish I could sacrifice everything, myself, my son, my family, for the sake of Aba Abdillah.
Haji, the sons of Hussein went to war.
Yes.
And they never came back.
What a calamity. What a calamity.
Your son is in Karbala, but he shall return, inshallah. But Aba Abdillah has no one.
Ameen.
He has no one to protect him or his sons. Please send your salams to Aba Abdillah.
May Allah, inshallah, consider us in the army of those who are seeking the revenge for Aba Abdillah. Would you, inshallah, Sayyid?
Inshallah. Please, Haji, your ziyarah, tafaddal.
Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah. Assalamu alayka ya ibn Rasulillah. Assalamu alayka ya khirat Allah wa ibn khiratih. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. اللهم ارزقنا شفاعة الحسين وثبتنا على خط الحسين بحق محمد وآل محمد. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. عظم الله أجوركم.
Ajurakum, Baba. Thank you very much for calling in. Forgive me for my shortcomings. I wish you were here with me. I wish all the sons and their fathers can do the ziyarah of Aba Abdillah on these nights. Where we remember Imam Hussein and Ali al-Akbar alayhi salam. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fi amanillah.
Habibi, consider us in your prayers, please. Assalamu alaikum.
And you as well. Wa alaikum assalam.
Fi amanillah.
Fi amanillah.
What a phone call. We love our fathers. And our fathers love us. And you had to say goodbye to your father to come to Karbala. But there were those sons who bidded farewell to their mothers and to their fathers and went on the battlefield right here. This is where Ali al-Akbar came back to the camp and he said to his father, he whispered something in his ear, into Imam Hussein's ear, and he went back into the battlefield. Imam Hussein started screaming, he started slapping his head. They said, Ya Aba Abdillah, what did Ali al-Akbar say to you? What did he say? Why are you panicking? He said, look after my mother while I'm gone. Take care of my mother, for I shall not return, Baba. I am going to fight for my grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. And Ali al-Akbar went into the battlefield and never returned.
There were those that had their father, but there were those whose fathers were poisoned.
Allah.
There was Qasim who was there, whose father was poisoned, and who went out to sacrifice their life for Imam Hussein. And when he was killed, when he was hit, Sayyidina, he was testing his feet in the and Imam Hussein would run to him and would say, it hurts your uncle to see you like this.
Peace be upon the one whose father was not in Karbala. Peace be upon the one who sent an imana to his brother. Peace be upon the letter written by Hasan al-Mujtaba that said, oh brother, there is no day like your day. And when you have received this letter, you will be in a great, great trial and tribulation. I wish I could be there for you. I wish I could fight along your side. But I have poison. Liver pieces are in my mouth. And I am no longer with you, O brother Hussein. Please accept this as my representative to fight on your behalf. Brothers and sisters, we have had miraculous phone calls on IAmHussaini throughout the years. We've had husbands call in with their wives on critical conditions, and they have pleaded to Aba Abdillah, please give us your shafa'ah. Please change our destiny. Please bring health into our communities, into our loved ones. Today, mashallah, we've had a phone call from Sister Sadia from London. She had called for 2 or 3 days in a row, and her whole scenario has changed. All of her trials and tribulations have become so easy for her. She sounded happy, pleasant, and grateful for Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. So I invite you all to call in, because Aba Abdillah Hussein wants to hear your voice. He wants to hear your salam. He wants to know you are there to answer his call. And inshallah, bring your hajat, bring your problems, bring your struggles, for our Master will take care of them. Our Master will bring us salvation, inshallah.
Inshallah. Sayyidina, I believe we have another caller on the IAmHussaini show. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, we're having some technical difficulties there. Please call back, and inshallah have another opportunity to send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. The number is there below, and you can have the opportunity to send your salams live to Aba Abdillah Hussein here in the holy city of Karbala.
The sacrifice that people give to their Imam. The sacrifice that we wish to give to our Imam.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee. My name is Munawar Ali, son of Gulambaz Jafar Ali. And I would like to do salam to my beloved Mawla.
No problem, brother.
Aba Abdillah.
Before you do your salam, please understand, when you do your salam, you can't just like this. You need to understand who Imam Hussein is, where Imam Hussein is.
Yeah.
Brother, you are in Karbala right now. These are the nights of Muharram. Sayyidah Zainab is in her tent, counting the days to Ashura. Abu Fadl Abbas is there looking at his sword. Will I get to use this? Will I not get to use this? Sayyidah Sakina is drinking the final drops of water that they have. Brother, please understand the calamity, understand the tragedy. This is Hussein ibn Ali. This is the one who died on the plains of Karbala, thirsty. Inshallah, with an open heart, please recite your ziyarah. Bismillah, tafaddal.
Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum abna Amir al-Mu'mineen wa Sayyid al-Wasim. Assalamu alaikum abna Fatima al-Zahra Sayyidat al-Isa'il Alameen. Oh my beloved Mawla, I was not there on the day of Ashura. I wish I was there to save you and your children, especially Aliyu Naskar. Ya Mawla, I'm not the only person who's going through the atrocities and all this problem and tribulations, but there's several millions of the people who are having more hard tribulations than myself. I got a very little problem. I would like to visit you, Mawla. I'm at the 4th stage of cancer, and I am also having a lot of other, but I know there are so many calls waiting behind me, and I have all the right not to take much of the time. Oh Mawla, accept my salams, and oh Allah, ask Allah, oh Mawla, ask Allah to forgive my sins, and whatever I have done in my life, maybe if I have any shortfalls. Ya Mawla. Nasrun Nasrun Ya Aba Abdillah Hussein. Nasrun Nasrun Ya Aba Abdillah Hussein. You are hearing me, I know today. Ya Mawla. Forgive my parents who are already deceased, and they are with you today. Ya Mawla. Forgive all our Shia Muslims. They make it safe on the journey to Karbala and coming back from Karbala. And there'll be more zawars coming to you. This is all I have to say. I don't want to take much of the time. I know several people are waiting on the line. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, your name has been put on the flag. I just want to give you a small scenario to think of. You are in the United States of America wishing to do the Ziyara of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. There is a woman who attends the majalis in which the tears of the lovers of Imam Hussein are shed, those who cry in gathering. There is a woman who visits these majalis. Brother, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
And this woman, when the musibah is being read, when the stories of Karbala are being read, she is slapping her face in calamity. She is mourning her son, Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. But brother, do you know why she's slapping her face? Do you know why she's slapping her face? It's because she cannot slap her chest, for the ribs in her chest are broken. For she can't beat her chest, for the ribs in her chest are broken. And so she slaps her face, mourning Imam al-Hussein. And you have a man who walks around the majalis, who walks around Karbala, who walks around Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, who walks around Masjid al-Nabawi in Medina, and he thinks to himself, when will it be time for me to avenge my grandfather? When will I avenge the baby who was killed in the arms of Hussein? Sahib al-Zaman walks around the lands thinking when he can avenge Imam al-Hussein. So shed a tear for Imam al-Hussein. Mourn with Bibi Fatima alayhi salam and Imam al-Zaman. Brother, we ask that Allah, in the name of Imam al-Sajjad, who was ill at Karbala,
Ya Marid al-Karbala,
Ya Allah, heal all those who are sick.
Amen.
أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب
المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. Thank you for allowing me that much time. I really appreciate. But inshallah, whatever Allah, I submitted myself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever the numbers of days I have got in this world. But anyway, I know I'll be going to Allah anytime soon. But I am very happy to go to see my Creator and my Imams and my Ahlul Bayt. Especially, I would like to go and see Karbala, the Karbala of which is over there in the hereafter. And that's all what I have to say. Again, I'm trying to do short this because I know so many people are waiting.
Thank you very much, brother, for your phone call. Inshallah, we'll have some footage of the shrine so you can see it. And inshallah, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you shafa'ah.
Yeah, I don't, alhamdulillah, thank you. Just pray for me that I don't need a long life. I just need a life which is healthy. That's all. Even if it is tonight, I'm supposed to go, but only healthy life. So I'm not a muhtaj of anybody. I don't want to be a burden to my family. That's all what I need.
Brother, may God bless you, and inshallah you have a full recovery. And inshallah you'll have more years so you can continue to mourn the tragedy of Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. Thank you so much for your phone call, brother.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Ma'asalam.
Wow. Brother there suffering from cancer. And I was fortunate enough to take a zawar during Arba'een time. And he also had cancer. He was an Englishman and he was from London. And I managed to take him from the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen to the shrine of Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. You can watch that documentary, an Englishman in Iraq. He had cancer in his stomach, in his lungs, and he came here. And after 2 years of doing the Ziyara of Aba Abdillah Hussein, his cancer had gone.
Allahu Akbar.
His cancer had gone, yes, if you guys remember, I can't remember his name, an Englishman. And I think it was, you can watch the documentary on YouTube, it's called An Englishman in Iraq. I think his name was Martin Modlin, if I can remember correctly. And Martin had cancer, but when he came and did the Ziyara, after 2 years, it had vanished. And I asked Martin, I said, Martin, do you think visiting Amir al-Mu'mineen, visiting Aba Abdillah Hussein, had anything to do with your cancer vanishing? And he said, I wouldn't put it past it.
Allah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it. Definitely, there is some miracles that happen here at these shrines. We have another caller on the line, inshallah, who can send their salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein. Assalamu alaikum, you are on IAmHussaini.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Azamallah ujurana wa ujurakum.
Azamallah ujurana wa ujurakum. Your name and where you're calling from, sister?
I called yesterday. My name was Lulu, but the audio quality was so bad I couldn't hear the voice.
No problem. The quality sounds a lot better now, and inshallah you will have the chance. Aba Abdillah Hussein has invited you again to call, and we will give you the opportunity to send your salams, inshallah. But before then, tell us, sister, what are the troubles and tribulations you're going through?
Yes, I would like to ask your supplications for me and my husband, because we both want to go to Najaf and live there and study there and be a mujtahid and mujtahida. We want to study at Hawza and be Hawza students.
MashaAllah. Inshallah. Inshallah.
So,
Aba Abdillah Hussein, you know, he wants us to go towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amir al-Mu'mineen, where he lays, is now a school for those who want to study fiqh, aqaid, tariq, Quran. And it is compulsory upon our community that we continue to send our loved ones to learn the knowledge. But
yes, inshallah. We are from Azerbaijan, and in Azerbaijan we have really, really many students of Hawza who are living in Najaf. And our friends are also studying in Najaf. We also want to study and go there, but we have some kinds of difficulties for moving to Iraq. So it would be better to...
Dear sister, firstly, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you and all those who wish to study the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam the chance to, and the reward is very high for that. And on these nights, there is not one mujtahid, not one person who is a scholar, not one person who is a student of knowledge, not one person who wishes to be a student of knowledge, who does not ask in these nights for knowledge. And these nights are nights of learning and nights of spreading the knowledge of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. The Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam showed us, especially Imam Hussein alayhi salam, that in these nights, even in the most difficult and hardest times, that teaching religion is the highest importance, Sayyidina. It is so important that Imam Hussein alayhi salam came out and sacrificed his life for us to receive this knowledge. Had it not been for the sacrifice of Imam Hussein, what would we have? Sister, I'm going to just take you back to Karbala, if that's okay. Do I have your permission?
Yes.
Sister, to show you how the school of Karbala is purely for the purpose of deen and religion. If we wish to, inshallah, be students of this religion, as students of the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt, look at how the school of Karbala and Ashura is purely for religion. When Abu Fadl Abbas alayhi salam goes out, he sees the camp and he goes out to get water. For his nieces are saying, "Uncle, get us water, please get us water." And the children of Amir al-Mu'mineen, they have this characteristic from Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen would give. Anyone would ask, give. When he was in battle, someone asked him for a sword, he gave his sword. Now sister, the daughters, the granddaughters of Amir al-Mu'mineen were asking for water. Abu Fadl al-Abbas goes out towards the river. And as he carries the water in his hand, it is as if he can see his reflection. And he says, "I will not drink water until my Imam drinks water." And then it's as if he then says, according to the Maqtal, he then says that even if you cut off my right hand, I will forever defend my deen. I am willing to sacrifice myself for my religion and to defend my Imam. Abu Fadl al-Abbas was willing to sacrifice everything for his religion and for his Imam. And then he goes back towards the camps with a pouch of water and the enemies attack him. If we wish to be servants of our Imam and servants of the religion of Islam, we have to be willing to sacrifice everything. Sister, may Allah, inshallah, allow you to be servants of the religion and learning the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhum as-salam. Jazakumullah khairul jazak. Would you like to do ziyara of Imam Hussein and make a special dua for all those who want to learn the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhum as-salam?
Okay, we're having a technical issue there, sister. Inshallah, call back, inshallah, and you can get your chance to do ziyara. In the meantime, we are pleased to invite another servant of the Ahlul Bayt, Mehdi Ibrahimi Aqari, and inshallah, he will recite a ziyara on behalf of all those names on the flag, and inshallah, all those who are watching, inshallah, and I'll ask to welcome him with the salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا وارث آدم صفوة الله. السلام عليك يا وارث نوح نبي الله. السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله. السلام عليك يا وارث موسى كليم الله. السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله. السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام. السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى. السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن ثاره والوتر الموتود. أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وأطعت الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين. فلعن الله أمة قتلت ولعن الله أمة ظلمت ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، أشهد أنك أقمت الصلاة. أشهد أنك كنت نورا في الأصلاب الشامخة والأرحام المطهرة. لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاسها، ولم تلبسك من مدلهمات ثيابها، وأشهد أنك من دعائم الدين وأركان المؤمنين، وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الزكي الهادي المهدي، وأشهد أن الأئمة من ولدك كلمة التقوى وأعلام الهدى والعروة الوثقى والحجة على أهل الدنيا. وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياءه ورسله أني بكم مؤمن وبإيابكم موقن بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي، وقلبي لقلبكم سلم وأمري لأمركم متبع. صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجسادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم. بأبي أنت وأمي يا ابن رسول الله، بأبي أنت وأمي يا أبا عبد الله. لقد عظمت الرزية وجلت المصيبة بك علينا وعلى جميع أهل السماوات والأرض، فلعن الله أمة أسرجت وألجمت وتهيأت لقتالك. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، قصدت حرمك وأتيت إلى مشهدك، أسأل الله بالشأن الذي لك عنده وبالمحل الذي لك لدي أن يصلي على محمد وآل محمد، وأن يجعلني معكم في الدنيا والآخرة.
For that beautiful recitation, and mashallah, how we all wish to inshallah be under the dome of Aba Abdillah reciting Ziyarat Warith. Now I want you to bring yourselves to Karbala. I want you to close your eyes and listen to my voice with your permission for a few minutes. Around you you're hearing Labbayka ya Hussein. Around you, you can hear the Zuwar as they cry and ask their hajat. You are softly being moved in the crowd, swayed from left to right. Imagine yourself feeling the cold air in the shrine of Aba Abdillah, that wind that feels like no other place, in which you breathe in the oxygen and you breathe in the air that has hit the dome of Imam Hussein. What an honor it is. That golden dome that lights up our houses and our hearts. That golden dome that we yearn to see in Muharram and every month of the year. Oh Aba Abdillah, continue to allow us to be in your presence. Now, you are seeing the shrine in front of you. The red lights can slowly pierce your eyelids as your eyes are closed. that white light shining from the top of the dome. You are in the presence of Aba Abdillah. You are there where he is buried. You are there where the master of martyrs is. And you look to your right and you can see where the shuhada are buried. And you look to your left and you can see where Habib is buried. And now, as you move yourself with your hand raised up saying, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah. Oh Aba Abdillah, we are here in your shrine, oh Aba Abdillah, on this night in the month of Muharram. Aba Abdillah, please, when we are put in our graves, when we are put in your grave, when we are put in our graves, do not leave us. When everyone leaves and we are alone in the darkness, allow your light to light up our graves, O Aba Abdillah. That is what we ask from you. And on the day of judgment, do not leave us alone, for our hearts will be scared. But tell us, remind us that we were your servants. Allow us to be of that high status of serving you, O Aba Abdillah.
Brothers and sisters, you are watching IAmHussaini on Imam Hussein TV 3. We are live here in the holy city of Karbala al-Muqaddasa, where the Azah continues every night. Imam Hussein TV 3 is giving you the opportunity to send your salams to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein, to Abu Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam on these holy nights. Tonight is Thursday, and it is the only Thursday, I believe, we will have this Muharram. So therefore, take advantage of this evening and go and take your hearts and souls to Karbala and send your salams to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. I believe we have a caller on the line, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Get through to them.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Brother, where are you calling from and what is your name?
My name is Muhammad. I'm from Hull.
MashaAllah, Muhammad from Hull.
This caller is a dear brother of mine who serves in the Husayniyah, who is holding a big responsibility with the youth in our Husayniyah. Muhammad, I know how much you love being in Karbala. I know how much your heart yearns to be here. And when I said goodbye to you, Muhammad, on that night before I left, and we hugged each other knowing that we couldn't mourn together as we do every year. Muhammad, I hope that next year we are you come and do the Ziyara, you never forget me. I promise you I haven't forgotten you, my brother. For I made a promise to you the same way you made a promise to me. Muhammad, I hope you're not forgetting me in your prayers on these nights. Muhammad, these nights your Imam was alone. These nights Imam al-Hussein knew what was coming. These nights Imam al-Hussein would look at his children. 1,400 years ago, Muhammad, what would you say to your Imam? What would you do for your Imam?
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, inshallah we'll come and see Imam Hussein and participate and obviously be part of the Majlis.
Brother Muhammad, you are far, far away from Karbala. But Aba Abdullah Hussein says the same thing about you. He says, where is Muhammad? Why is he so far from me? Oh Muhammad, when will you come visit me again? I yearn to see your face. I yearn to hear your voice. Muhammad, tell me, what does Aba Abdullah Hussein mean to you?
He means everything to me. He's my everything to me.
You know what, Muhammad? You are you are also everything to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. We, the lovers of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein, are the air, the love, the oxygen, the life of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. MashaAllah, you are doing khidmah in How, and you know, you're helping your community, bringing them closer to Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. But tell me, how would you feel if 1 year you couldn't do the khidmah? If 1 year you couldn't come and do ziyarah? How would you feel?
Wallah, I can't imagine this.
I cannot imagine it. I bear witness to this. Say it with all honesty, and I humbly say this, that Muhammad, at every chance he gets, he serves Imam al-Hussein.
MashaAllah.
This man breathes service of Imam al-Hussein. Muhammad, Muhammad, on these nights where Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam, not too long ago, we were mourning Muslim ibn Aqil, remembering his istishhad. This night is dedicated to Muslim ibn Aqil. You remember when we said that Muslim ibn Aqil has a young daughter in which he tells Tu'a, the woman that he saw in Kufa. I ask you, how hard it was for Imam al-Hussein to look at the daughter of Muslim ibn Aqil? How hard was it for Imam al-Hussein to know that Muslim ibn Aqil was killed in Kufa for him? That loyalty, we take that loyalty and we learn from it, and we ask to be loyal to Imam al-Zaman. Oh Muhammad, Muhammad, Imam al-Zaman mourns Imam al-Hussein.
Ya Aba Abdillah.
Imam al-Hussein was killed Atshan al-Gharib. He was thirsty and strange. He was a stranger in the lands of Karbala. He was alone in the lands of Karbala. And how much we wish that time could take us back to Ashura, to that Muharram, so that we could be there for Imam Hussein. Ya Allah. Muhammad, I know how much you eagerly wait to do the ziyarah of Aba Abdillah. Please do the ziyarah and do not forget us from your du'as.
Inshallah, inshallah. And I've got a brother here, Ali Haidar, Bertan as well.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Bertan.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother,
Ali, Habibi, how are you?
This is a special Muharram for you, isn't it?
It's a very special one.
Brother, this Muharram in which you stand in the majalis of Imam al-Hussein, I want to take you, I will consider you as a different caller now. And I'm going to ask you, you have not been to the ziyarah of Imam al-Hussein yet?
Not yet.
Bertan, you are now in the shrine of Imam al-Hussein. You are now in the presence of Imam al-Hussein. Bertan, there is a place in the shrine of Imam al-Hussein where you can see where Imam al-Hussein was killed. Where you can see where it all happened, Bertan. Bertan, on these nights, Imam al-Hussein was getting ready. He knew what was to come. He had to say goodbye to his son, Ali al-Akbar. Bertan, open your heart for Imam al-Hussein. I'm going to tell you a few lines so you can imagine what happened, inshaAllah. Bertan, my dear brother, Imam al-Hussein,
yes, my brother,
when he stands on the plains of Karbala and he sees that his companions have been ready to die for him, Ali al-Akbar, his son, turned towards his father and says, "Oh father, I must be the first to go onto the battlefield from Bani Hashim. How can I not? How can I not be the first? I am the son. I am your son. I am the son of the Imam. Allow me to go out." And so Imam al-Hussein, with a heavy heart, says to Ali al-Akbar to go out onto the battlefield. Now Ali al-Akbar is the one who was the most, who resembled Rasulullah, both in his mannerisms and his looks. And he goes out onto the battlefield and starts fighting and says that I will be ready to sacrifice my life for Imam al-Hussein. Until Burton someone comes and hits Ali al-Akbar, and the groups of the enemies begin to attack the body of Ali al-Akbar until they move away. And Burton, when Imam al-Hussein comes to see the body of his son, he is not able to pick up the body of Ali al-Akbar, because every time he begins to pick a body part of Ali al-Akbar, the other part would fall onto the ground, but the calamities do not stop there. The calamities do not stop there. When the companions and the family of Imam Hussein are killed, he comes out with his son, a 6-month-old baby, and he turns towards the people and says, if there is anything wrong I have done, this baby has done nothing wrong. Spare him some water. And the cursed person sends an arrow into the neck of this baby.
Allah.
Burton, the heartbreak in which Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam had to endure is a heartbreak like no other. But when he goes out, that heartbreak is then given to Zainab alayhi salam. Burton, I ask on these holy nights that you and Brother Muhammad can visit Imam al-Hussein, that all three of us can do the Ziyara of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Please, Burton and Muhammad, recite Ziyara of Aba Abdillah and remember us in your du'as as we write down your names.
Inshallah.
Tafadhal Shabab, please recite your ziyarah and send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein.
If you would like, brothers, I will recite, insha'Allah, as we hope to, insha'Allah, recite under the dome of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Please turn towards the shrine.
Inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني بزيارتكم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين وعلى أخيه أبا فضل العباس عليه السلام وأخته زينب. Dear brothers, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Please keep us in your du'as on these nights and do not forget us, and please take care and take care of the Shabab in Hull as I wish to have been with you and them. Inshallah, please keep us in your du'as, my dear brothers, and thank you very much for calling.
Always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. And inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the ziyarah of those two lovely brothers. It seems your community back in Hull have a very, very strong connection with Aba Abdillah.
Sayyidina, the people, my family in Hull, the lovers of Imam Hussein in Hull. And I apologize to the viewers that I keep speaking about Hull, but it is very difficult for me to not be there with them right now. The only thing that keeps my heart at ease is being in the presence of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. And there is no place I would rather be. But leaving my community in Hull, these, the shabab, the youth, these are my brothers. And I would like to mention something as well, as we are brothers in the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. We are a family. We are a family. And in the love of Imam al-Hussein, we are even closer. And in the mourning of Imam al-Hussein, we are one. And there is a lot of emphasis in the narrations about being there for one another. And you know, when we have callers speaking about their hajat or speaking about their needs or how they are feeling, you know, we can only help it. We can only attempt to do dua for each other, exchanging dua, doing ziyara on behalf of each other. And you know, I'm happy to have heard the voices of my brothers. These brothers are really brothers in mourning for me. And we are one cell, one unit. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the name of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein to allow us all the people in Hull, the youth of Hull, the uncles, my loved ones who are the community in Hull, the communities in London, the communities all over the UK, the communities in America and Europe. In fact, all the lovers of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam all around the world, I ask in the name of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam to recite the ziyara of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein as Imam Sahib al-Zaman, may Allah hasten his reappearance, recites for us, and we stand behind him and read the ziyara. Ya Allah, Allahumma ajil li waliyika al-faraj. Allahumma hasten, oh Allah, hasten the reappearance of your of the Imam of our time, inshallah. Sayyidina, I believe we have a phone call.
Inshallah, we have one of the lovers of Aba Abdillah Hussein ready to send their salams. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I'm Lulu again. I had audio problem.
No problem, sister. Thank you for calling back. And while the connection is good, inshallah, let us invite you to send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein. Tafadhal, bismillah.
I'm so sorry because yesterday you couldn't write my husband's name because you didn't hear it correctly. I'm so sorry. Can we put his name again?
No problem. What's his name?
His name is Muhammad. Do I have your permission, if it's okay, to write more names? Because I feel guilty asking them.
Go ahead.
That.
Go ahead. Give us the names, please, sister.
What?
Please give us the names.
His name is Muhammad.
Okay, the next name.
And my other friends, Fatima and Safura.
Fatima and Safura. Inshallah, we'll write those names down as well. Fatima and Safura.
And Safura. And Muhammad especially. Because I felt so bad that you couldn't write the name. I'm so sorry. I'm calling again.
It's okay. It's not a problem. Sister, would you like to send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein?
Yes, inshallah. In Azerbaijan, in Baku, we have the lady Hakima, the sister of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam. And when I go there, her haram, I will also pray and recite Ziyara on your behalf as well.
Please, sister, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا ابن سيدة نساء العالمين. أشهد أنك قمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة.
أمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن
المنكر وعبدت الله مخلصا وجاهدت في الله حق جهادي حتى أتاك اليقين. فعليك السلام مني ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار وعلى آل بيتك الطيبين الطاهرين. أنا يا مولاي مولى لك ولآل بيتك لمن سالمكم وحرب لمن حاربكم مؤمن بسركم وجهركم وظاهركم وباطنكم لعن الله أعداءكم من الأولين والآخرين وأنا أبرأ إلى الله تعالى منهم يا مولاي يا أبا محمد يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله. Thank you for this great opportunity. I am so sorry that I called this many times.
It is never a problem. Please call again tomorrow because Aba Abdillah Hussein wants to hear your salam. He wants to hear your voice. Thank you so much for your phone call.
No, I am so sorry. I'm only calling just because my husband doesn't know English and I don't want to, you know, make another call and let other non-Mahrams hear my voice. So I'm so sorry for this.
It's not a problem. You can call as much as you like. Here on Imam Hussein TV, we're giving everyone the opportunity to send their salams as much as they like. Thank you so much for your phone call. MashaAllah, a beautiful phone call there from the sister.
Sorry, Sayyid, you were saying? We have, I believe, inshallah, another phone call. MashaAllah, the phone calls are many and we want to, inshallah, get as many of the viewers at home to do their ziyara and send their salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. This is another phone call on IAmHussaini. Assalamu alaikum, dear caller.
Assalamu alaikum, are you there? Okay, you're having some technical difficulty. If you could call back, inshallah, we'll have the technical team put you through again. And inshallah, we'll be able to take your call and you can do your ziyara, inshallah.
Inshallah. Sayyid, you know, we really would love to be, you know, answer all the phone calls.
Indeed.
And that's why, inshallah, we are here, you know, and it is an honor, for I speak on behalf of us both. It is an honor. We are very grateful that you allow us to serve the lovers of Imam Hussein, for we would just want to be servants of the servants of Aba Abdillah Hussein alayhi salam. So we are, you know, forever grateful and thankful that you give us this opportunity, and we inshallah hope of your du'as.
Indeed. Sayyidina. We have a caller on the line, inshallah, we'll be able to get through to them. Assalamu alaikum, you are on live on IAmHussaini.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Your name, please, and where you're calling from?
My name is Sayyid Ali Musawi. I'm calling from Edmonton, Canada.
Oh, Sayyid Ali Musawi from Canada. MashaAllah. And why have you called tonight? Why do you want to send your salams to Aba Abdillah Hussein?
I called because I want to give my prayer to Bibi Fatima Zahra for the day of when Hussein was alone in the land of Karbala. Because he's so alone. I say, Ya Aba Abdillah, you are not alone. You called out to the world. We answered your call, Ya Aba Abdillah. Your voice still echoes to all the lovers of the mu'mineen and the mu'minat. Ya Hussein.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
I ask you, dear brother, Sayyid, you mentioned that Imam Hussein alayhi salam was alone. And, you know, as you know, that after his companions and his family went out, and after he said that now my back is broken, after he saw his brother Abbas alayhi salam on the grounds of Karbala, Imam al-Hussein had to prepare to go out and face the enemies. Now in those last moments, Sayyid, take yourself there. Take yourself to Karbala 1,400 years ago. I want you to see your Imam fighting the thousands. And Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam was a warrior in which he killed thousands at Karbala, up until a certain point, Sayyid, where the enemies surrounded Imam al-Hussein. And we will not go into details, but what I will tell you about is that there is a lady who stands by the tents. There is a lady who stands by the tents, who walks inside the tents to see the bodies of her nephews, and then walks outside to see her brother fighting, and then walks back in to see the nieces, and then walks back out to see Imam Hussein. She looks inside, trying to see her brother. The dust is getting heavy, Sayyid. Sayyida Zainab is looking for Imam al-Hussein until the dust clears. And Sayyida Zainab stands right over there and shouts out, "Oh brother, if you hear me, then come to us and help us. And if you cannot hear me, then I turn towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Sayyida Zainab, not only that, but then has to walk to see the daughters of Bani Hashim. Allah. Sayyida Zainab has her own calamity. Sayyida Zainab is now heartbroken. And then night falls. And as we hear in these nights on the pulpits and in the majalis, in which poetry recites to us the scenario, is that Zainab now sees a figure in the distance. Sayyid, are you still with me?
Yes, brother, I am.
It is dark in the desert after a battle, and Zainab sees a figure in the distance.
Brother, can I recite a couple of verses of poetry?
Please, that would be beautiful.
تیرے بدن کی ٹکرے اب کیسے میں اٹھاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں اپنے چچا سے بیٹا ہو جائے گا خفا تو سوچا نہیں تو میں نے ہو جائے گا جدا تو روتا اگر اے مجھ سے آ جا تجھے مناؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں تیرے بدن کے ٹکڑے اب کیسے میں اٹھاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں آچی نہیں ہے تیری مادر کے کچھ طبیعت تیرے خبر سے قاسم بگڑا اور حالت پرواہ کیسے آنکھیں تیرے خبر سناؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں تیرے بدن کے ٹکڑے اب کیسے میں اٹھاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں ٹکڑے کو پر اتجانی شبیر سے سمیٹا تو کیر کیا بتاؤں چادر میں ایک لپیٹا بولے حسین کہ قاسم تجھ کو کہاں میں پاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں پائی حسن کی قاسم ایک تو نشانی لوٹے ایک کافروں نے اب تیرے زندگانی سینہ تیرا کہاں ہے سینہ سے جو لگاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں پائی کی آنتے مجھ کو آتی تھی جب بھی بیٹا تجھ میں دکھتا تھا پائی حسن کا چہرہ ہنستے ہوئے صورت تیرے کہاں سے لاؤں قاسم تو ہے بتا دے تجھ کو کہاں سے لاؤں آواز پر میں تیرے فنچ ہو رنگ میں بیٹا ایک بار پہ صدا دے تو مجھ کے بن میں بیٹا سنو اگر تجھ کو سینے پہ میں سلاؤں.
Thank you very much, Sayyidina Allah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Beautiful poetry.
Wow.
It was really,
I wish I could understand.
He was talking along the lines of Aba Abdillah Hussein, saying, "O Qasim, give me your set, like call me. I don't know where you are. Call me from a direction so I can come to you. I don't know where to pick up your pieces from. I don't know where you are scattered on this desert. Call to me. It's really, really powerful, powerful words. Thank you so much to the Sayyid for calling in. And inshallah, we accept your, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your amal and all of your ziyarah, inshallah.
We have also put the Sayyid's name on the flag as well. That was Sayyid Ali
Al-Musawi. Sayyid Ali Al-Musawi from Canada.
That has been.
Do we have time for one more call? Do we have time for another call? Because we. Okay.
Sayyidina.
We are coming towards the end of the show, Ali Haidar, and this is the night we commemorate Muslim bin Aqil. This is the night that we look towards Kufa and remember the first shaheed of Karbala. Brother Ali Haidar, I know you've prepared something, but before then, I would like to just say a few words on Muslim bin Aqil. That though he was not in Karbala, he was one who fought over, they say, 500 soldiers they sent to take on this one man, because he was a lion of Bani Hashim, and he slaughtered so many defending his life, but he was overpowered and he was taken to the roof, and even then he could not quench his thirst, and he understood that his destiny was also the destiny of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein.
Ya Allah, Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam arrives into Kufa, and as we know that people surround him and he goes into prayer. But as he is praying, there is movement behind, as if people are going and coming. But now only people are going, and they begin to leave, and they leave, and they leave, until Muslim ibn Aqil finishes his prayer and turns around and sees that there's no one there.
Allah.
He's now walking. If any of you have been into Kufa, have been into Najaf, Kufa, you would see that there's a lot of old infrastructure. Now imagine that old infrastructure from that time. And there's a lot of alleyways, as you can see in Kufa. And now Muslim ibn Aqil is walking these long alleyways all alone, knowing that there are eyes on him, until he arrives at a house of a woman who takes him into the house. And it's not long until Muslim ibn Aqil says it's time, as the armies of Bani Umayyah come towards that house to attack Muslim. Muslim ibn Aqil is now surrounded. He begins to fight similarly to the way that he has from his forefathers. Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam,
His uncle.
Ja'far Ja'far al-Tayyar, and as well his father Aqil alayhum as-salam. And he fights until the Bani Umayyah send even more men. And they ask, why are we sending more men? They say that we cannot fight this man. You did not send us to a shopkeeper, you sent us to a warrior. Muslim ibn Aqil is then hit on his lip, and then he is taken in front of the people, Sayyid, and he says, oh cousin, Master Hussein, go back, do not come, for they have betrayed us. These are the nights of Muslim.
Thank you very much, Ali Haidar. Thank you for everyone joining us on this episode of IAmHussaini. Inshallah, myself and Ali Haidar will be back tomorrow, giving you guys another opportunity to send your salams during these holy nights of Muharram. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله روحي وقلبي لديك صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله. Ashura, always full of mysteries, Karbala. As I lay in my thoughts and darkness is all I find, your land is the only dream that ever fills my mind. How can a heart heal when from home it just feels so far? Every inch of my soul yearns in hope for Karbala. Without you I'm lost in this world, I need to see you. My master, a love like yours I've never felt so true. And I know you hear me calling to you, Hussein, I'll come crawling. Please accept me, I'm longing to see your holy shrine. I long to be in Karbala, shed tears for you with a Zahra. Welcome me to your land so my heart can feel at home. Allahumma arzuqna Karbala. As the world becomes smaller and not what we
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. Peace be upon you, O Master of Martyrs. Peace be upon you, O Father of Ruqayyah, the one who was left in the plains of Karbala without a father. Tonight we commemorate and we remember another daughter that was left without a father, Hamida. Hamida, the daughter of Muslim ibn Aqil, Salamullahi alayh. Tonight is the night of Muslim. Yes, he was not killed, he was not martyred during the battle of Karbala. However, he played a massive role before the tragedy of Karbala. And tonight, inshallah, with the presence of Sayyid Rida al-Musawi, we will be talking about what his role was, who he was specifically, and what he was prevented from doing, inshallah. So without further ado, I would like to welcome my dear friend and Khadim al-Hussein, Sayyid Rida al-Musawi, salamun alaykum. Ahlan wa sahlan, Sayyidina, azam Allah ajurak. Sayyidina, tonight is the night of Muslim, which means we are crossing into the halfway point of these 10 nights. This is where the heavy nights begin, inshallah. After this, we commemorate the Ansar, then Abu Fadl al-Abbas, alayhi salam, then Al-Qasim, son of Imam al-Hassan, alayhi salam, then Aliyun al-Akbar, alayhi salam, then Tifl al-Radi', then Aba Abdillah al-Hussein on the day of Ashura. But tonight, Muslim ibn Aqil. Why do we commemorate him? He died before Karbala, but he played a vital role as the messenger of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein. But who else was he? What was his main role?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد القول مني في جميع الأشياء قول آل محمد فيما أسر وما أعلن وفيما بلغني عنهم وفيما لم يبلغني. Muslim ibn Aqil well and truly is a character that is of great importance, especially with the message of Imam al-Hussein and the movement, the eternal movement of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Muslim ibn Aqil played a crucial role, and his movement is honored with every year that we mention Karbala. We mention Muslim ibn Aqil alayhi salam and the oppression that occurred to him, the representative, the Safir of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And similarly to how we honor it, unfortunately, every year you have these movements and these people with their opinions that try to diminish Muslim ibn Aqil, and they try to question the movement of Muslim ibn Aqil. Of these questions and of these misconceptions that they place in the name of Muslim ibn Aqil. And this is important for us to analyze and to refute, so we can get a deeper understanding of Muslim ibn Aqil, and also to remove these misconceptions, which is that Muslim ibn Aqil, when he reached to Kufa, they say that up to 18,000 people pledged allegiance to Aba Abdillah through him.
It's a large number.
Very large
especially
number.
At that time.
And that's the minimum number that the narrations mention. Some narrations mention up to 40,000. Really not a small number when you look at it. And then at the time when he first entered and he had these people supporting him, the person that was ruling at the time in Kufa, An-Nu'man ibn Bashir al-Ansari, this man who was appointed by the Umayyad Empire, was known amongst the other leaders to be a weak man, a person of, he does not have a decision, he doesn't have a qarar, he doesn't have a character. So someone may look at this and may say, well, these two things clearly show that Muslim could have taken over.
Yeah.
He had the numbers, there was a weak leader, he could have easily taken over, killed An-Nu'man, and Kufa would have been completely prepared for Imam al-Hussein. Why didn't he do so? Why didn't Muslim act on this?
A frequently asked question. Yeah.
Ahsantum. But let's look at who Muslim was, why he even was sent in the first place. And the phrase is, Muslim went as a safir, a representative, a diplomatic official, if you will, of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And when we look at the message of Imam al-Hussein to the people of Kufa that he sent in the hand of Muslim, he says, فإن هانئ وسعيد قد قدم علي بكتبكم وقد فهمت ما كتبتم وما تكلمتم به وقد بعثت إليكم أخي وابن عمي وثقتي من أهل بيتي مسلم بن عقيل, that I have received the letters that you have sent me and what you want from me, and as a result I have sent my brother and my cousin and my trusted one from my Ahlul Bayt. That thiqati. It's as if he's saying my right hand man, Muslim ibn Aqil.
Yeah, and Muslim ibn Aqil has the right to speak on behalf of Aba Abdillah in this instance.
Complete authority from Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And then he says, وَقَدْ أَمَرْتُهُ. Here's the role, what we can understand. وَقَدْ أَمَرْتُهُ أَنْ يَكْتُبَ إِلَيَّ بِحَالِكُمْ. I have ordered him to do what? To write to me of what's happening.
Yeah.
The political situation, the Ansar, the people that are affiliated with us or not. يكتب إليك بحالكم فإن كتب لي باجتماع ملائكم وأهل الفضل والحجة منكم على ما جاءت به رسلكم أقدم إليكم إن شاء الله. So we understand from this, what was Muslims' role? To write to Imam Hussein, to go and to see what the environment was like.
Yeah.
And if Muslim was to see that everything is prepared for Imam Hussein, he would write the letter and he would tell Imam Hussein, everyone's ready for you, Aba Abdillah. Nothing in that did Imam Hussein say, if you see the environment ready, then take over or overthrow or kill anyone.
Yeah.
It was the order of the Imam.
Specific instructions, yeah.
And Muslim ibn Aqil was in the heart of the obedience towards the Imam of his time. Muslim ibn Aqil, the reason why he has this status, and you notice this with the characters of Karbala, whether it's al-Banin, whether it's Aba al-Fadl al-Abbas, whether it's Muslim ibn Aqil, whether it's Ali al-Akbar, whether it's the Ansar. You see the defining point, the similar characteristic that's present with all of them is their obedience to the Imam of their time. That is what elevates them.
Yeah.
That is what makes them who they are. That is the heart and the core of religion. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam says that when we want to understand religion, he says ذروة الأمر وسنامه ومفتاحه وباب الأشياء ورضا الرحمن تبارك وتعالى. The heart of religion, the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal, the core of this faith, الطاعة للإمام بعد معرفته. The obedience of God's representative of his time and the ma'rifah, to also know who he is. Muslim ibn Aqil knows who Imam al-Hussein is, and when he knows who Imam al-Hussein is, he will have complete obedience to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam.
Salaamullah alayhi. So did he have an actual opportunity to take over Kufa?
We see that
because they are big numbers. You're saying minimum what, 18,000?
18 to 40,000.
40,000. That's an army.
He had every opportunity, but like we said, it was the order of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam for him to report and to send the report back to Imam al-Hussein. And he would not dare to cross a line that Imam al-Hussein had not given him in the first place.
Of course.
And we see this as well, that not only did he have the opportunity to take over Kufa, even when Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad was to enter and infiltrate, Muslim ibn Aqil had a golden opportunity to kill him. A golden opportunity. We see this. Muslim ibn Aqil was with Shuraik ibn al-A'war. Shuraik ibn al-A'war, many people don't know this, but he was of the loyal companions of the Imam and a lover of Ahl al-Bayt. He was in al-Basra.
Yeah.
Him and Shuraik ibn al-A'war were in the house of Hani. To a degree, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad knew Shuraik ibn al-A'war. Shuraik ibn al-A'war was an old man. When he first entered, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad wanted to visit Shuraik. He heard about this, he received a letter of Shuraik. He told Muslim and Hani, he said, look, he's going to come to this house, he's going to come visit me. Muslim, you hide. When the opportunity comes, he's going to be in the house, he's going to be by himself. Kill him. Kill him and end this. This is the golden opportunity. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad comes, he visits Shuraik, he's speaking with Shuraik. Shuraik starts giving hints to Muslim. Muslim is hiding. He starts giving hints to Muslim. And we see this, he starts giving poetry in front of Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, but he's hinting towards Muslim. He says, مَا الْإِنْتِظَارُ بِسَلْمَى مَا تُحَيُّوهَا حَيُّ سَلْمَى وَحَيُّ مَنْ يُحَيِّيهَا. That giving that poetry, alluding to the fact that, come on, like this is your opportunity. And then he started being more explicit. He started saying, اسقيها ولو كانت فيها نفسي. اسقنيها ولو كانت فيها. Do it, even if it means my death. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad started looking, he started getting suspicious. Like, what's wrong with Shuraik? He's starting to act weird.
He's overdoing it.
He left.
Yeah.
He left.
Yeah.
Ubaid, he saw that it was getting suspicious. Ubaid, he left. He ran away. Muslim then comes out. Shuraik, as we would say, he started ripping his hair apart. Like, what were you doing? This was the golden opportunity. This was the opportunity that you could have had to kill him and end him once and for all. Muslim ibn Aqil had two reasons. First reason, he was in the house of Hani. And for one reason or another, Hani did not want the death of Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad to be in his house. So Muslim did not want to disrespect Hani. As we know, let's say you are invited to someone's house, you do not want to act and do something that the house owner would not want himself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And secondly, the way of Ahl al-Bayt is not to betray. Their path is not betrayal. We see this.
It's true.
When we
It's
want
true,
to
yeah.
read into Muslim ibn Aqil, this is very important. We have to understand Muslim ibn Aqil was raised, or as we say, terbayat Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ali ibn Abi Talib practically raised him like he did Al-Hasan wal-Hussein. In the battles that Ali ibn Abi Talib would carry out, Hassan and Hussein were on the right and he was on the left. He would take this flank and the Hassan and Hussein would take the other. This is a man that
holding a flank of Amir al-Mu'mineen.
He was raised in this. So when we want to look at Muslim and the actions that he does, let's look at Ali ibn Abi Talib. If you look at it from a political standpoint, let's say, we can say that both Ali ibn Abi Talib and Muslim ibn Aqil, their decisions are completely illogical. Because politics is flawed. Politics is a game of deception. Politics is a game of someone who has no religion, has no morals, has no moral compass. I'll give you an example. You have Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Talha and Zubair come to him after Imam Ali received the caliphate. They tell him, we want to go Umrah. Amir al-Mu'mineen tells them, you're not going Umrah. تريدون الغدرة وليس العمرة. Because he knows they're not actually wanting to go Umrah. They want to go to Al-Basra, where they will get their army and they'll get their camel and that woman on top of that camel and start a battle with Amir al-Mu'mineen. But regardless of that, he told them, but he was like, regardless of that, you can go. Politically speaking, if we were to see a ruler do that, we would be like, that's the worst thing you could ever do. Because you have a probable cause that these people will betray you, but you let them free.
That's a straight death sentence nowadays.
Exactly. So when we want to come and judge Muslim ibn Aqil, we look at his teacher. And when we look at his teacher, we see that they act by the rules of Allah, trying to earn the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal, not the pleasure of the people. Because if they wanted to play the dirty game of politics, they would have destroyed everyone. Amir al-Mu'mineen says it, لَيْسَ مُعَاوِيَ بِأَدْهَى مِنِّي. Muawiyah is not more cunning than I am. If I wanted to play his game, I would destroy him, because he knows what I'm capable of. This man that the companion he would say when we would go into battle and we would want to know where Ali ibn Abi Talib is, we will just be looking for the flying limbs and the flying heads. We'll be like, there's Ali. He'll be like, لَيْسَ مُعَاوِيَ بِأَدْهَى مِنِّي. But I fear Allah Azza wa Jal. This man does not fear Allah. The enemies of Ahl Bayt do not fear Allah. You have the example with Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi. He goes to Al-Basra. He says, look, I'm not Ali ibn Abi Talib. قال Allah, قال Rasul. I want an army and I want to battle. Anyone who is incapable, let him tell me now. An old man comes to him, shivering and blind. He says, Ya Amir, you see me. This is my state. I'm shivering, I'm blind, I cannot act. Al-Hajjaj was sitting down with his friends, they were eating. He was like, yeah, I can clearly see you are in no state to fight. You would not help me. Executioner, come cut his head off. He cut his head off in front of Al-Hajjaj and his head fell on the food. And his generals were with him. They were like, don't worry, remove the head and start eating. Ali ibn Abi Talib can do that and then everyone will be straight to 180, as they say. No one would go against the Imam. But the Imam fears Allah Azza wa Jal. Muslim ibn Aqil could betray, could kill. Easily. And no one is braver than them. We see this when Muslim ibn Aqil fights in Kufa, when he was alone. They were sending waves of men, to the point where Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad was in his castle. He said, Wayhakum, what are you doing? Why are you taking this long? The general comes back, he was like, Wayhak inta. أرسلتنا إلى بقال من بقاقيل الكوفة. Did you send us to a shop market owner? You sent us to Muslim. You sent us to the soldier of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the general of Ali ibn Abi Talib. So if they wanted to, they could have destroyed their enemies, but they fear Allah Azza wa Jal. Muslim ibn Aqil could have done that deed and he could have killed Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad right then and there. He could have taken over Al-Kufa right then and there. But they fear Allah. They do not play this dirty game of politics, because that's what politics is, especially at that time. It's a dirty game, and a game where you have to sell your soul to the devil. And that is how it works.
And not a single member of the Ahlul Bayt or their close companions ever got involved in these sly assassination tactics. It was always face me one-on-one. Face me one-on-one. And that's something that we should apply to our lives as well, when it comes to backbiting, when it comes to being sly to get our way, even in the Husseyniyat, in the workplace. No, if I have an issue, I will address it to you. If I have a problem, I'll address it to you, and I expect you to address it to me. We need to be a bit more straightforward and a bit more like this, we say.
That is very important. You have, unfortunately, nowadays, someone will come, he will smile to your face, then you leave, and he will destroy you. He will destroy your reputation. He will everything. There's the story once, back in the days when a person with his group of friends in the house, he told them, let me go get something and I'll be back. He's with his group of friends in his own house. He leaves, his group of friends start backbiting him, destroying his reputation, everything that he stands for, destroying it. The man comes back and he tells them, do you know why I left? They said, why? He was like, I just bought, and that was back in the days, he said, I just bought a voice recorder and I was recording your voices and I went to get the device so you guys can hear what you guys were saying. He didn't know it was from his own kindness. He opens the voice and then he starts hearing his friends backbiting him. One of the friends that was there, he was like, when I was faced with this, I wish I would have died right then and there from the embarrassment. So we need to be more straightforward and take Muslim Aqeel as an example with that aspect, a very important thing.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't think that we need to understand, before we get into the next point, is Muslim Aqeel, like you said, could have taken over Kufa. But at the end of the day, the events that need to happen, like the tragedy of Karbala, which saves Islam, it needs to happen. So if Muslim Aqeel had taken over Kufa, Karbala may not have happened as a series of events. So this is all part of the greater plan. Aba Abdillah could have told Muslim, once you have the followers, clear the path for us, we're coming through. But if Karbala did not happen, if that catalyst of an event did not happen, then the world we are living in now would be completely different. And I think, we need to understand that when it comes to a lot of events, even for example the treaty of Imam al-Hassan and Muawiyah, if that treaty didn't happen, we may not have had Karbala, or may not have had other events that saved our religion, saved us as humans. And that's another point that I think we need to understand, because people do ask, oh, why did he not take over? Why did, for example, Imam Ali not rise after attacking the house? Why did he stay quiet? No, there is a bigger plan. There is a bigger picture. We may not understand it, but when it's from above, we don't need to understand everything. From above is from above. Look at the natija of that stance.
Of course.
That's something we need to remember. But we were talking about how Muslim had the opportunity to kill Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad and had the following to take over the whole city of Kufa. How did that balance flip? How did Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad take over so quickly when the previous governor was so weak? He had no character. Ubaydullah comes in. How does he scatter those 40,000 or 18,000? How does he scatter those people? How does he flip the table?
Ahsantum. This is a very good point that is also often argued about Muslim Aqeel. That how did he do this? How did Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad take control of everything? First step that he took, anyone that would be posed as a threat was either killed or was either imprisoned. Of them are Al-Mukhtar al-Thaqafi.
I was going to mention,
in prison. And another fun fact that many people do not know, Maytham al-Tammar. Many people think that Maytham al-Tammar, Amir al-Mu'mineen promised him, he told him, you will be crucified on a tree and your tongue will be cut out and what will happen to you happened to you. Everyone thinks that it was shortly after Amir al-Mu'mineen's time. It was less than a month before the death of Imam Hussein. Maytham al-Tammar, his death was almost 20 to 25 days before the death of Imam Hussein. And as we know, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad is the one that kills Maytham al-Tammar, where he walks into the court of Ubaydullah. One of the men of Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad introduces Maytham. He says, هذا الكذاب مولى الكذاب علي ibn Abi Talib.
لا إله إلا الله.
This is the liar, the servant of the liar, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Maytham al-Tammar looks at Ubaydullah. He says, oh, Amir, I have a question. Or I have a comment. He said, what's a comment? He said, this guy's lying. He said, why? He says, أنا الصادق مولى الصادق علي ibn Abi Talib عليه السلام. I am the Sadiq, son of the Sadiq. And then we have the story of when he was crucified, and then everyone starts swarming around him because he kept saying the fada'il of Ali ibn Abi Talib. And another fun fact, some people, they speak about this, they say that the person that instilled the idea of taking revenge for Imam al-Hussein to al-Mukhtar Thaqafi was Maytham al-Tamar when he was in prison. He would tell al-Mukhtar that, look, all of us are going to die. You're the only one that's going to stay. You are to take revenge for what is going to happen to Imam al-Hussein. So Ubaidullah would do this to the people, he would kill them. The second step that he would take is that he will send anyone who has social presence to convince them to leave Muslim and to instill false rumors and fear by saying that Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad is getting and bringing a large army from Sham, so save yourselves. He would first influence who? The tribal leaders.
Yeah.
Because once you influence the top, the rest will become easy. The third thing that he would do, he would send a group of men, of them shimmer, to the houses, and he would tell them that you will be guaranteed safety if you stay in your homes. Do not leave the homes and obey Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad because he has a great army coming.
Yeah.
So stay in your homes.
Played the fear card.
Of course, the propaganda.
Yeah.
We spoke about this the other night. Like this propaganda is what Muawiyah would do, and that is what made everyone be with them instead of Ahlul Bayt, the twisting of the truth. And then his final point, he would send the tribal leaders to stand on the castle of Imara, and he would tell them, the tribal leaders, to tell their people, promise them money, promise them land, reward and rizq if they stayed at home and they left Muslim. And if he felt like they weren't listening, he would start threatening them. The next step was to threaten them with prison, with death, and that is where we see, even in the Musalsal, where the women start grabbing their men slowly and slowly, then Muslim, he would enter Salat al-Maghrib, he would have less, and then after Isha he would have less, until he would have no one, until he reached the house of Taw'a. But before I end on this point, I want to mention Taw'a, salamullahi alayha, that whenever you mention Muslim, she is mentioned.
She's a vital part of that.
She has become eternal in history for what she done and her mawqif with Muslim. And Muslim even said that you will receive the intercession of my grandfather Rasulullah for what you done. I want a quick lesson to learn from Taw'a. And inshallah she will give us our hawa'ij, this servant of Ahlul Bayt, this servant of Al-Zahra. Taw'a, just a background understanding of her, she was to look at her environment, she was the servant in the house of Al-Ash'ath ibn Qais. She was the servant, a jariyah, in the house of Ash'ath ibn Qais. Al-Ash'ath ibn Qais was the one who was the partner in crime of Ibn Muljam. The one who would prepare the weapons, the poison, and he was the partner in crime of Ibn Muljam, and he was there on the day that Imam Ali was struck.
Yeah.
Also, she was in that house. Who was his daughter, Al-Ash'ath? Ja'da, bint Al-Ash'ath. Who is Ja'da? The one who poisoned Imam Al-Hasan alayhi salam, the wife of Imam Al-Hasan. She was also with Muhammad ibn Al-Ash'ath, who was the one who, when we read the Maqtal of Muslim, was the one who struck Muslim on the face and ripped his face open. That was why Muslim, when he wanted to drink the water, the blood would fall into the water and he couldn't drink from it. After that, you have Al-Qais ibn Al-Ash'ath, also the son, one of the people who was there on Ashura, and one of the people who was known for robbing the clothes from Imam Hussein alayhi salam, taking the clothes from his back. Look at the environment of hers. After that,
what sort of family is this?
Then she was sold to another person by the name of Usayd ibn Malik al-Hadrami. Who is Usayd ibn Malik al-Hadrami? I cannot even, one of the 10 people who carried the horses on the body of Imam al-Hussein. She was sold to Usayd al-Hadrami, and he married her, and they had a son. And her son was Bilal ibn Usayd, the one who exposed Muslim and told Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad that Muslim is in my house. This is the lesson right there. This woman came from this environment. How did she turn out to be like that? How did she turn out to have this loyalty to Ahlul Bayt? You see the environment that she was in. And this gives us a lesson. Our environment is no excuse.
Yeah.
Many of us can be raised in an environment that is not well. Do not blame your environment because you can always change.
Yeah.
And you see this with her, salamullahi alayha. The people that she was around, not only criminals, not only people that were genuinely devils from the devils of the ins.
All those names you mentioned, those roles that they had, they weren't just bad people, but they had specific roles that you can't even mention.
Of the worst of the world. That's why when I in this, my blood boils. But you see that she was in this environment, but as long as you have the love of Ahlul Bayt, as long as you have the wala of Ahlul Bayt, do not blame your environment and then as a result say, oh, I have a bad environment, I'm not going to do anything with my future. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do nothing. Because at the end of the day in Kufa, there were many people who actually were with Muslim ibn Aqil.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Many people don't know this. The tragedy of Muslim is very, very heartbreaking. As we know that he was decapitated. He was dragged throughout the streets of Al-Kufa. Throughout, they would say, every street and every avenue, they would drag his body. People that were around him had sticks. And they would be poking the body of Muslim ibn Aqil when it would go through. But do you know where they later threw his body, him and Hanit? They would say, Kanasat al-Kufa, where they would pile up, astaghfirullah, the rubbish. They would pile up the rubbish there, and they would drag Hanit and Muslim ibn Aqil's body, and they would throw it there. At night, who buries? Because many people don't know, who buried Muslim ibn Aqil? A person comes at night, drags the body of Hanit and Muslim to their house, waits for everyone to sleep, and then goes and buries them. The wife of Maytham al-Tammar. Maytham al-Tammar, look at his wife, mashallah. She drags their body to her house, waits until everyone sleeps, and then she buries their bodies where they are now. So we understand from this the tragedy of Muslim ibn Aqil, and we can get many lessons from Taw'a, from Muslim himself, and to honor his message and to honor the movement that he had, which is a movement that is in accordance with what Allah wants, not with the politics and not with the dirty work that everyone does. And that is where we honor Muslim, salamullah.
Salamullah, and I think that's a beautiful way to end our talk on Muslim. There is obviously days we can talk about his stance, days we can talk about his message from Aba Abdillah and his rules from Aba Abdillah. But it's a tragedy that I think we do need to shed a tear on. It's a tragedy that I think Abu Talib, our dear brother Khadim Hussein Abu Talib, will bless us in reciting lamentation and musa'ib in honor of Muslim ibn Aqil and Taw'a. So we welcome him with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Aba Abdillah.
Muslim ibn Aqil performs his last prayer and warns Imam Hussein. He says to him, Hussein, my master, do not come to Karbala. Your head shall be raised on a spear, and on the dust your head shall be upon a spear. I am Muslim, my master. You had sent me to Kufa. In my hand I held your banner and the sword of your father. By these people was attacked. So be careful, O Aba Abdillah, and my blood shall my quarter. My last word are to you, O do not come to Karbala. Do not come to Karbala. In its land you shall be martyred. In its land you killed. In its land your life will end, and your loved ones will become orphans. Speak. ساعد الله قلبك يا حسين. May Allah assist you. May Allah assist the heart of Aba Abdillah when the news of the martyrdom of Mohsin reached him. How much he and the Hashemites wept with him. The women cried so much, so did the orphans. Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, said, I count you with Allah, O cousin, O Muslim. Oh, his niece, Hamida, the first orphan of Hussein's uprising of Ruqayya's daughter. He entered the women's tent and asked Zainab, bring Hamida, daughter of a Muslim. He began to comfort her, affection, and cares her head. This child is clever. Oh, Aba Abdillah, why do you care for me? Has something happened to my father? He said to her, عظم الله لك الأجر. Your father has been martyred in Karbala. Your father has been martyred. I say, oh Aba Abdillah, you showed comfort to Hamida, but who showed comfort to Sukaina, to Ruqayya when you were martyred?
The Abu Talib for that heartbreaking na'i and musiba and honor of Hamida and Muslim ibn Aqil. And as he rightly mentioned, in the Masa'ib, Hamida was left an orphan, but so was Sayyidah Ruqayya. Two orphans left without fathers, with fathers slaughtered. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. We say Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah the same way Muslim did before he was killed from the Imara. He looked towards Aba Abdillah's direction. He said Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah, followed by him being martyred. Insha'Allah, our last words would be Ya Aba Abdillah. Insha'Allah, the last words we utter on our deathbed are Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. And I'd like to end the show with us saying Labbayka Ya Hussein. And Insha'Allah, this time next year, you and I, Abu Talib, the Khaddam of Imam Hussein, are under the dome of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein together. And we will be joined after a short break for a of Aza and Latum. So please don't go anywhere, dear guests, and we will see you in moments, inshallah.
As we approach the day of Ashura, IAmHussaini Hussein TV offering you this amazing opportunity, special Hussein alayhi salam recite on your behalf your hajat, your dear ones, and your marhumin inside the holy shrine in Karbala. As a token of appreciation for a sadaqah of 50 US, the blessed court of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam, our dedicated staff Ziyara on the day of Ashura and put your ariza inside the holy zari of Imam alayhi salam. This way you are making a precious sadaqah means behalf in the peace of Jannah, Karbala al-Muqarram, and offering for the well-being al-Asri wal-Zaman Imam Mahdi on the saddest of days, when the heart of our Imam, on the days when tears of blood flow, to reserve your ziyarat and receive follow-up your names from the holy shrine. WhatsApp our Karbala office now with the number
to reach Karbala, oh son of Zahra.
This is one of the multiple shins in which thousands of meals are being prepared. The majalis and the ma'at of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Donation to Al-Atash campaign to buying the pulses, the herbs, the spices and the rice that's being prepared and cooked. Part of the chains. Be part of the donation.
In the tragic month of Muharram, one of the most significant acts is the provision of tabarruk and niyaz for Hussainiyas worldwide.
In a world plagued by hunger and the merciless killing of Shia Muslims on a daily basis, it becomes our duty to give to those in need. Countless Hussainiyat, Imam Bargas and centers cook meals to nourish their local communities as the masses gather to remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
And do you know what? The orphans and widows absolutely cherish it.
During this time of year, hundreds of thousands of orphans, widows and people living in poverty rely on niyaz and tabarruk.
Just imagine the profound impact a single plate of food, a glass of water or a bag of fruit can have.
These simple items can nourish a hungry child, bring comfort to a struggling family, and even inspire a brighter future.
However, we cannot do this alone. We need your help to create a lasting impact this Muharram.
Join us in this collective effort to provide basic necessities that every human deserves.
Make your niyaz count and donate your tabarruk now so that it can reach the Hussainis and the Zainabis of today.
On the day of Ashura, be amongst those who register their names to be written on the holy flag of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam. The holy flag will be blessed and rubbed on the zari of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam on the day of Ashura for the fulfillment of hajat and abundant blessings for your marhumeen. For a sadaqah of $50 supporting the cause of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam, add up to 3 names of your dear ones and marhumeen and receive follow-up pictures and videos of your names on the holy flag on the day of Ashura. WhatsApp us now to offer your sadaqah to Karbala and add your names.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to Verses of Love. We thought we'd give you a short break as we are about to welcome Khadim al-Hussein and servant of the pulpit, the reciter, Mullah Rashid Haidar, who has blessed us with his recitations for the last couple of nights and will continue to do so, inshallah, for the next few nights. Like I said, these nights are very heavy on the heart. These nights are nights where you don't want to stop your lamentation. You don't want to stop your crying. You want to go from one majlis to another, to another, to another. So even if Mullah Rashid reads for an hour, even if Abu Talib recites for an hour after him, we will never be tired. from this Aza, and I am happy that our dear viewers get to join us on this path and get to join us as we lament and cry and mourn for the tragedies of the Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam.
It's a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal.
It really is.
And the
It really is.
The luck that we have.
It really
we
is.
cannot thank Allah enough. We cannot thank Sayyidah Zahra enough. And we ask Allah that we remain on this path. Husn al-Aqaba is the most important thing. Our last moments are the most important thing. And we ask Allah we stay on this path.
Truly. People talk about the calamities that happen in the world, but they are secretly a blessing, because now the flag of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein is spread across the world. Just in London alone, I can't even count how many majalis there are anymore. And just consistently going on. Even now, while we are talking, what's the time now? Nearly 1 a.m. There's still majlis going on. And they'll continue till 2 a.m., 2:30.
It's that burn. It's that flame that's in every heart of believer over the tragedy of Imam Hussein. It won't be extinguished unless Imam al-Mahdi appears, where the revenge will be taken in his hand. Otherwise, that red flag will remain throughout the entire year, and it will remain black throughout the 10 days of Muharram. We will never forget Imam
al-Hussein.
We will never forget Imam al-Hussein.
أبد والله يا زهراء ما ننسى حسينا ما ننسى حسينا. We welcome Mullah Rashid Haidar with a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger. In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger. From Mecca to Kufa, it ends in Karbala. From Mecca to Kufa, it ends in Karbala. Hussein cries out, oh my cousin, what game has Kufa played? O writers of Kufa, upon my household's blood you weighed. In my eyes if he is preyed on, then on me you have prayed. And if he sways from his horse, it's as if the world has swayed. He calls out for Hussein, Hussein's tears of blood rain. He calls out for Hussein, Hussein's tears of blood rain. Written is the future, it ends in Karbala. Written is the future, it ends in Karbala. In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger. In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger. From Mecca to Kufa, it ends in Karbala. From Mecca to Kufa, it ends in Karbala. Alone in the city, and if he prayer, the only support left for him sleeps in his ayat. Even if he turns his head and all helpers disappear, and sky and desert cry, O Muslim, and Nas. His sword cries, Ya Abbas. He Nas. His sword cries, Ya Abbas, and he it ends in Karbala, and he it ends in Karbala. In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger. In Hussein's ayat, my messenger. From Mecca to Kufa, from Mecca to Kufa, it Bala. He rises and refuses to be his own and within him ignites the blood of Khaybar's family. His allegiance and his zeal is a thing of beauty. He draws his sword and begins the battle with O Ali. Written upon his palm, Ali's my first Imam. Written upon his palm, my first Imam, and I'm his defender. It ends in and I'm his defender. It ends in Karbala, in Hussein's ayat. Farewell, my messenger, in Hussein's ayat. Farewell, my messenger, from Mecca to Kufa. In Karbala, from Mecca to Kufa. It ends. Tools alone, yet the hundreds he endangers. If ever he Hussein alone he pictures. Oh, Bani Umayyah, I'm of Bani Hashim soldiers, the son of Abu Talib, to no tyrant surrenders. Muslim upon his sword, Shi'i on the blood poured. Muslim upon his sword, Shi'i on the blood poured. In Kufa lives Badr, it ends in Karbala. In Kufa lives Badr, it ends in Karbala. In Hussein's ayat, farewell my messenger, from Mecca to Kufa. It ends in Karbala, from Mecca to Kufa. It ends in Karbala. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
Ali Muhammad, thank you. Khadim al-Hussein Mullah Rashid Haidar, thank you. Sayyid Rada for tuning in and joining us on this blessed night. Inshallah, we see you in the coming nights where we commemorate the other personalities who had a vital role in the tragedy of Karbala and shaping our lives as they are today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What sadaqah jariyah can be better than the sadaqah you can make in the peace of paradise, Karbala? And what is the best thing you can take to your grave with you other than the holy turba of Aba Abdillah al-Hussein alayhi salam? This sacred month of Muharram, you have this wonderful opportunity to make a precious sadaqah jariyah in Karbala by sponsoring a share of $250 for the construction of Dar as-Sajjad alayhi salam, the headquarters of Imam Hussein TV near the holy shrine in Karbala. As a token of gratitude, you will receive an exclusive kafan from the holy shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, blessed on the holy dharih, and Dua Jawshan al-Kabir written on it with the blessed turba of the holy grave. To donate and reserve this Muharram package, WhatsApp us on the number displayed on your
ليش قاعد هنا بابا؟ يلا حبيبتي يلا قوم شربتي عافيه بالعافيه.
كيف عافيه؟ حبيبي عاش. شنو الطفل وياك؟ لا. ايش عندك قاعد؟ قوم قوم عفو حبيبي قوم قوم قوم. ايش عندك قاعد؟ امشي روح فوق العب عمو روح. لا توقف هنا.
funding again another mawkib of Imam Hussein charity campaign. What an honor. As we see that today, another meal is being prepared. Not one, not two, thousands of sandwiches are being distributed. Brothers and sisters, more than 5 nights of Muharram have passed by. I urge you, for the ones that haven't donated, to donate.